Hello viewers and learners, welcome back to HTML coding. In today's class we will learn few more options in HTML forms, that is radio buttons, checkbox and drop down list that you can see on the left side of the screen as well. So this is the sample form, and this way we will create new options in the forms. So let's start with these things. So in previous video I have shown you how to create a form, how to insert the single line text, how to insert the password and how to insert that multiple line text option. So all these things we have learned in previous video. If you have not watched my video, please visit the HTML playlist on my channel and watch these videos. So let's start with the radio button first. So I am just putting a comment. Remember, this is this option, the opening tag and the exclamation mark and 2 dash is the we use to create the comments here. So radio button I am putting over here. Let me put the paragraph first and label. Inside the label I am putting a name, sex. So what we want, first we want our user to enter their gender. Okay, so here we will use three options in the sex option. First male, then female and the others. So first we are using first radio button input tag. We are using type radio and value equals to double quotes male. Usually we use three attributes here: type, value and name. Type, what type of input we want; value, what value we want to transfer from this page to the action page; and name is an identifier. So name I am using sex. Now male. Okay, whatever I am typing outside the input tag, that will be visible on the screen. So here I have done with the first input radio button. Now in input tag I am using break here so that everything you can see in the you can see one below another. Now input type equals to radio. Okay, let me delete this space. Value equals to double quotes female. Name equals to double quotes sex. So here you can see for all three radio buttons name will be the same. Okay, for the same name we are creating three radio buttons. Values are different for all three radio buttons, but name will be the same. So here I want to mention female in front of this radio button. Now the third option we will use. Inside the input tag, type radio space value. This time we want to transfer the value others space name. As I told you, name will be the same for all three radio buttons. Okay, so under this sex option, all three radio buttons, the name for all three radio buttons will be the same, only value will be different for all three. Now let me open the server. I am using Visual Studio Code Children. I am opening the server so that you can see it on the web page, and here you can see at the end, this is our radio button option. Now let me put the break here so that we can align everything from the left side. Okay, so here we are done with the radio button. Now we will start with the checkbox. Okay, so here there is a difference between a radio button and a checkbox. In radio button at a time you can select only one option, but in checkbox you can select 0 or more than one option, means you can select multiple option also and you can leave it blank also. So here checkbox, again label. In previous video also I told you the importance of label. Whatever you will type inside the label, if there is any audio recorder or reader is there, auto reader is there, it will read the things whatever you are mentioning inside the label. So now for the checkbox I am using degrees. Okay, degrees means your education qualification. So here break, so that you can see everything from the next line. Now again we will use the input tag, and in input tag this time we are using type equals to double quotes check box. Okay, and radio button and this checkbox, we are just changing the type value, whatever value you want to put here. So let me change this to graduation degree. Okay, because here I told you in checkbox we can select multiple option. So one person can have multiple graduation degree like BSc B.Ed or BE BSc or B.Ed and BA. So such kind of things. So that's why I'm changing the value here first. For the first type equals to BSc, name, degree. Now remember, for these under this graduation degree, whatever checkbox we will type here, for all the checkboxes name will be the same like our radio buttons. Okay, so here name, degree, and I want to show BSc on the web page. Now break, and let me start with the next checkbox, input. Let me copy paste the thing, it will be easy, so that we just need to change the values here. So input, same checkbox. Now we just change the value here. Next is B.Ed, name will be the same as I told you. Now we will change this label, so I am changing it to B.Ed. Next, copy the same thing and changing the value to BA. Same, I am changing the label for this checkbox, for the third checkbox. Let me copy it one more time, and now I am changing this value to BE and the label same, BE. Okay, so whatever you type outside the input tag, it will be visible on the screen. So if you want, you can keep the dots. If you don't want, you can remove these dots, or whatever you want to put in front of the checkbox, you have to type as it is here only. Okay, and breaks, I told you I have put the break so that everything will go in the next line. So I'll show you here on the page. So first you can see our radio buttons, male, female, other, and then you can see graduation degree and our check boxes. So I told you radio button we can select any one option at a time, but in check boxes we can select multiple option at the same time. Okay, like this. So let me go back to the coding. So here we are done with this checkbox. Now we will learn that drop down list. So to create the drop down list in our HTML forms, what we need to do? We need to use select options. Okay, now we will work inside the select tag. So for radio button and checkboxes we have used that input tag, but now let me put the label first, then I will show you. So inside the label I am typing highest qualification. Now like the radio button, in drop down list also, means in select option also, at a time we can select only one option here. So I am using highest qualification, and now I will use that select tag. Okay, select. First, let me show you what will happen if you will not type anything inside the select. Okay, so select tag. I have just put the tag here, but I have not entered any value or any option or anything. Okay, now in highest qualification, I'll show you on the web page. See here, just below graduation degree, we can see that drop down list icon is there, but it is not opening or nothing is there. Why? Because we have not done anything inside the select tag. Now let me put the breaks here so that we can see the page properly in the center. Okay, now inside the select, what we will do, we will put one more tag, that is option tag. Okay, so inside the select tag we are using option tag to create the drop down list. Now here, name, graduation. Okay, let me change this. So inside the option tag I am using graduation. Okay, let me change this. There is a mistake I have done. I can see it in red. So let me remove this first. Remember, this name is an identifier. If you want, you can use it if you have created action page. If you have not created page for learning, I am just putting the value. Value means whatever, if someone is clicked on that particular option, so what value you want to transfer, that will go in value, and name is an identifier for that particular values. So here in option value, I'll show you first. I am not typing anything inside the option tag. I am just put the option on tag and off tag. So here value post graduation. Let me change this. Remember, usually whenever we transfer any value from one page to another, we usually use it in small case only. Now here you can see it has created two checkboxes. Okay, sorry, two boxes it has been created over here, but nothing is mentioned over here. Okay, value we use to transfer the options or the values from one page to another. But if we want to show something on the web page, that means for that that thing only we need to type the words in between the on and off tag of option tag. So now inside the option tag I have used graduation and post graduation. I am copying the same thing and pasting it. So the other value, let me change this to 12th. I am changing this to 12, and one more time changing this to 10th. So now we have 4 options in our drop down list. Let me create one more option. So the 5th option I am using PhD. I have not changed the value here, children. If you are creating any page, please change the value for each and every option. Otherwise, it will give you error. Okay, so now you can see in highest qualification, we can see 10th, 12th, graduation, post graduation. Okay, PhD is not visible here. So let me go back to the coding and let me put more breaks over here so that it will be visible on the screen. Okay, I'm putting extra breaks so that everything will be visible on the screen. Now again I am opening the page. Now okay, so let me scroll it down. Now we can see this highest qualification and all 5 options: 10th, 12th, graduation, post graduation. Here you can see at a time I am selecting only one option. In the checkbox we can select multiple option, but in radio buttons we can choose only one option. So this is how we can use these selections in our web page. So here we are done with these buttons and all. And if you have any doubt, you can put your doubts and queries in the comment section. If you have not watched my previous video, please go to my channel and visit that HTML playlist. And in the next class, we will create one registration form in which we will continue the same form, but we will insert, or we will take more input like email input, how to create an option for file upload, how to use submit button and reset button. So if you watch this new video also, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you will get the notification. Thank you.